Today we are playing 8-ball and we are in this really simple situation. All we have to do is to get position from that ball to the 8-ball. It looks so simple, but I'm going to show you 6 different ways how to get position from that ball to the 8-ball, so stay tuned. We're starting with the easiest version, which is just playing a stop shot. We're using the center of the pocket and hitting as low as possible on the cue ball. So this would look like this. As a beginner, you should be a bit careful, because what can easily happen if you're playing the shot that way, if you're not hitting hard enough or if you're not following through, the cue ball might follow into the pocket. So have a look, I'm still hitting as low as possible, but just hitting a bit softer. The cue ball loses its backwards rotation, and this is why the cue ball has a chance to drop into the pocket if you're not feeling comfortable with playing a stop shot. The next option we have is basically the same. We're playing a stop shot, but this time we're using the right part of the pocket, so we're cheating the pocket to the right. This means the cue ball will come to the left. We're also adding a touch of left spin. This will help the cue ball to open the angle a bit, and we should go nicely towards the 8-ball. So have a look at this. Low and left spin. Here you gotta be a bit careful. If you're hitting too hard, then the cue ball goes away from the 8-ball, so this is the danger with this shot. This is why we also have a couple of more options. Next option I'm going to show you is, again, we're cheating the pocket to the right. This time we're just using left spin on the cue ball, no low. Again, hitting the 10-ball to the right part of the pocket. And that way you basically have the same effect as with the stop shot, but you will never lose the cue ball into this direction. So this is what we could do. Now here is my favorite option. This time we're going to cheat the pocket to the left. This means we're shooting the 10-ball into the left part of the pocket, hitting high and a tiny bit of right spin. Have a look at this. You can see again, this time the cue ball goes nicely towards the 8-ball, and speed control is very simple. Now I have 2 more really interesting options for you, which are a bit more difficult to execute, and I wouldn't recommend to do those shots or kind of shots if it's not necessary. We're going to play a force follow shot. This means we're going to hit maximum high on the cue ball and hitting as hard as we can. That way the cue ball will come into the rail, bounce out, and the follow will still keep the cue ball in this part or in this area of the table. So let's start by using again the right part of the pocket, high maximum follow. The problem is we are going to lose the cue ball very often. Let me try that once again. This is why, as I mentioned, I would never recommend to play this shot, because it's just so difficult to execute. But it's still an option, that's why I'm showing it to you. So again, let's try that with the maximum follow. You can see this time the cue ball was staying in this area, but again we lost the cue ball a bit. We have kind of a shot. Let's try it once again. Maybe I have to aim a bit fuller. I'm not going to aim perfectly straight, because of course then the cue ball will follow into the corner pocket. So let's just cheat it a bit to the right. And we have a shot on the 8-ball. This is very makeable, especially as a left-handed player. So let's play that in real quick. And now I'm going to show you the force follow shot again, if we're cheating the pocket to the other side. So this time, or before, we were using the right part of the pocket. Now we're using the left part of the pocket, trying to play a force follow shot again. Don't forget to chalk. And again, the cue ball stays down or stays in this area because it has that rotation into that direction, and this is what keeps the cue ball down in this area. Well, those were the options you have on the 8-ball, and in my opinion it's amazing how many different options you have with just this one simple shot, and this is why I just love this game, because there are so many different options and so many ways to do. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, consider to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if you have any questions, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorite option was. We will see you on the next video of the December series. Until then, see you next time. Take care.
You know what? Let's do it the proper way. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, see you at the next lesson. Take care.